Once upon a time, there was a boy named Chris. He belonged to a family of 6, his parents, an elder sister and brother, and himself. Chris was a happy-go-lucky kid who loved to play, watch TV, and spend time with his friends. But when it came to studies, he had no interest at all. He always found it boring and tiring, and so he kept avoiding it. One day, Chris came up with a plan to avoid studying. He hid the books, copies, pens, and colors on the shelf above his head. He thought no one would notice and he could easily get away with it. Days passed and Chris continued to play, watch TV, and have fun without worrying about his studies. However, little did he know that his plan would backfire in a strange and unusual way. One night, Chris had a dream. In his dream, all the hidden items above his head started falling on him. When he looked up, he saw that the books, copies, pens, and colors had transformed into little creatures who started dancing and teasing him. They said, "Chris, you are a silly boy. You don't like to study and you don't want to learn. You will remain foolish forever if you keep hiding from your books and studies." The dream left Chris feeling scared and confused. He knew that he had to change his ways, but he did not know where to start. He decided to talk to his elder sister Mary, who was a bright student herself. Mary listened to Chris' problem and came up with a solution. She suggested that they study together and make it fun. The next day, Mary and Chris sat down to study together. Mary made learning fun by introducing Chris to new and exciting ways to study. They made drawing diagrams and puzzles together, and they played games that helped Chris remember his lessons. Soon, Chris started enjoying his studies and he found that he was learning new things every day. In no time, Chris' grades started improving and his parents were proud of him. Chris had learned his lesson and realized the importance of studying. He realized that he had to work hard to succeed in life and he could not do that without education. From that day on, Chris made sure to study regularly and take an interest in his studies. He knew that education was the key to a bright and successful future. And so, Chris lived happily ever after with good grades and a bright future ahead. The moral of the story is that education is the key to success. No matter how hard it may seem, we must never give up on our studies. If we work hard and take an interest in our studies, we can achieve anything we want in life.